As soon as the man stepped off the plane, he started vomiting seawater like crazy, but what's even more bizarre is that the aircraft he was on had been flying nonstop for a whopping 10 years. However, the most mind-boggling part is that none of the passengers on board noticed anything unusual, thinking it was just a regular 2-hour flight. Meanwhile, their families had already assumed the worst, believing they had met with some unfortunate fate. Just as the captain was about to contact the control tower to request permission to land, the ground staff were left utterly dumbfounded upon hearing that it was Flight 731. As the plane touched down, a huge contingent of cops and reporters swarmed the scene, leaving the disembarking passengers in a state of confusion and panic, all wondering what on earth was going on. That's when a detective stepped forward and dropped a bombshell on them. The flight you were on took off on May 10, 2015, but today is May 10, 2025. The passengers, now aware that they had been airborne for a decade, found it hard to wrap their heads around this reality. After all, from their perspective, a mere 2 hours had passed. How could they have landed 10 years into the future just like that? Determined to get to the bottom of this mystery, the detective detained the aircraft and everyone on board, questioning each passenger individually. However, they all gave the same account. Nothing out of the ordinary had occurred during the flight, except for a brief episode of severe turbulence that plunged the cabin into darkness and caused the plane to shake violently. But everything returned to normal shortly after. The police meticulously inspected every item on the plane but still couldn't find anything amiss. Left with no other choice, the detective allowed the passengers to reunite with their families. Seeing their lost loved ones reappear after vanishing into thin air, they embraced each other with unbridled joy. In the 10 years that had passed, everything had undergone massive changes, except for them. Once all the passengers had left, the investigation team continued to examine the aircraft, determined to uncover the truth behind how the plane could have flown for 5 years without any of the passengers showing signs of aging. Was it a freak accident that caused them to travel through time, or was there another explanation? The team couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to this bizarre incident than meets the eye.